Okay, being that I hate not knowing things, I looked it up. So the jewel beetles, as these are commonly known, as their proper name is buprestid beetles, which is buprestid. The ancient art of using beetles in art is, in Japanese, tamamushi. So this is really a piece of tamamushi art. Makes it sound much cooler, doesn't it? Anyway, I just can't bear not to know things. So if I'm supposed to have found something out and I haven't done it, I feel bad about it. So I looked it up, and that's what it is. It's a, I can't pronounce it. It's a buprestid beetle, or the jewel beetle, and we're going to be using some of its little wing cases today. I think I've more or less decided which beetle I'm going to use, and I'm going to go ahead now and get some clay on those wing cases, and then we can paint them up with some iridescence in a minute to get that feel. But obviously between, it's got to dry. So I'm just going to get on with getting the clay on now so that it gets on with drying, so that we can then get it all sparkly later on. So I'm going to put some green on today, just because we've got to go green anyway, and we're getting low on the cream colour anyway, so let's just get some of this on here. Just want to get a nice slightly raised effect so it doesn't look quite so flat and cardboardy, really. Don't mind if it's get built up. Obviously the more you build it up, obviously the longer it's going to take to dry, so you bear that in mind. So don't go crazy, cray, don't go cray, because we do want to dry. We want it dry. And obviously with air dry clay, because the drying out process involves the water that's in the clay disappearing, obviously it does shrink. So that's something we also have to keep in mind. Don't be too stingy around your edges, or it can shrink away from them and leave you with lots of cardboard showing, which we don't want. So I just need a nice coat of clay on it. Now I'm just going to smooth this out a bit, because I think you can see it's quite bumpy. Okay, quite happy with that. So that's going to be one side, and now we're going to do the other side. Then these can dry, and then we can get them all decorated. Right, just make sure that they are opposite sides. Yeah, it's perfect. So we squish that right the way down this one. Squish it into position. Basically, if it's going to be lumpy, we need it to be sort of more or less lumpy in the same sort of places. So those now have got to be left to dry, because they're no good. I can't paint them until they're dry, because obviously they're going to then shrink and it would be a bit cracking horrible. So I found a nice little flower there. My little bugs are all, oops, I think I've got just a few little bit more, a few little tiny bits left to still cut out, but I've cut most of them out. So this one here's still got a little bit of cutting out to do. He's still got, his legs are still a bit messy, but all the rest are looking pretty good. So I will finish him off. By the time he's ready, these should be then dried out. I'll make sure we've got the wing bits cut to the right shape, and I'll decide which bug we're going to use, and then we've got to make an inside part to put our bug into. Oh, I don't know how many escaped then. Quite a few all over me. Ooh, might freak some people out having little bugs crawling all over them, but not me. I've even got a little bug on me already. Okay, so put those back in there. Give them a little bit more cooking. Yes, okay, so I'll catch up with you when these are dry and we're ready to paint them, and we're ready to go on to the next stage. In the meantime, I'll probably go and sort out what I can put on here to make the compartment that's going to have our bug in it.